That got it. Hi, it's Todd of Todd's Workshop and Todd Cutler here, and today is Shield Day. So we're going to take these lovely pointy arrows by Will Sherman and shoot them at this properly constructed shield and find out that question we all want to know: will hiding behind your shield save you from arrows from an English archer? And we're going to do that using my lockdown longbow, which is here. Yes, I know it's not a longbow, and if you're new to these films, go and have a look at the first one or two and you'll find out what the hell I'm using this for. But basically, that crossbow will shoot these arrows at the same speed that an English warbow archer will shoot them. So basically, it allows me to do my backyard tests against things like this shield and find out what the hell happens. Here we are down at the range and ready to start shooting. But before we do that, I'm going to take you down there so you can see what I've done with the shield, how I've hung it, that sort of thing. So here's our shield on a slightly flexible system. Basically a little bit of bungee cord just hanging off the top, just allowing some movement. Of course it doesn't replicate the human body exactly, but it allows some movement, and that is better than me nailing it straight onto the boss there. And the next up are the arrows. There you are, good look at them. You'll see they've got wax on them. For these tests, I'm going to wax all of them. And the reason for that is really that I think they did. I'm almost certain of it. Have a look at my previous films to understand my thinking behind that, but straight up, bit of beeswax on all of these types. So let's go and have a look at the back of this thing now. So we have the bungee, as discussed. We have a leg of pork in here. I've just left it in the cling film. I don't suppose that'll matter much. Sheet of maille, because probably anybody who owns a shield is going to have some kind of armour on their arms. I'm not going to redo this with plate steel, but we'll do it with maille and we'll get some flavour for it. And then the stick is really just to hold that all in place. It's not replicating bone or anything, it's just holding everything in place. The shield itself, 15mm of poplar, lined inside and out with a hemp canvas, then covered in gesso, which is like a chalk and glue mix. That sort of seals it, gives you a decent painting surface, and then paint. Time to shoot! First up, Type 7 needle bodkin. I'm going to try and get it through the pork. Well, it's certainly in. Blimey, I think that's a bit high. But anyway, let's find out. Next up, Type 9 short bodkin. Definitely too high. I'm going to go for another bodkin, short bodkin on that. That's a pork hit. M2 Tudor or Towton bodkin. It's going to be a fast little fella, this one. Goodness me, I mean, they are peppering the shield. My lousy shooting has let me down. I know I got a scope, but maybe crossbows and longbow shafts weren't a natural matched pair. I don't know. Who would have guessed, huh? Last one, of course, is now the Type 16. Oh, goodness me. Right, let's go and have a look what we got. Well, that is pretty convincing. I think we can tell by the length of that one for sure. Arrows go through shields. I'm just going to untie it and we're going to have a look at what's going on in the front and the back, because this is like pretty nasty. I wouldn't want to be holding that. So this one here is the needle bodkin Type 7 that has gone through the shield, through the maille, and it's just sort of clipped the pork. But I mean, let's face it, you can see that that's going to hurt you if it happens. The M2, well, I missed that. We'll shoot again. Short bodkin. That one was, I believe, here. Now, looking at the length of that, I would say, without a doubt, that one has gone in, and it has. So that one is straight through the maille, straight into the leg. Type 16 is this one here. And actually, it didn't quite... Oh, there we go. Oh, no, there we are. Type 16. That's it. There you go. So the Type 16 is just here, where I'm tapping. And in fact, the Type 16 did go through the maille. Can you see it? But maybe a centimetre. 3/8 of an inch, so it's not going to be a particularly disabling injury. Nonetheless, you know, who wants basically an arrow tip stuck in their arm 1/2 inch? But it's not going to kill you, it's not going to stop you fighting. The needle bodkin quite clearly is going straight through the shield, straight through the maille, straight through the leg. And let us just see if we can excavate under here. Well, yeah, okay. You can see hopefully that one, that's a short bodkin, straight through the shield, the padding, the maille, and into the arm by the looks of inch and a half, maybe 30 to 40 millimeters. That one is one that could hit the bone, hit an artery. That one is an injury that's going to stop you. So I would say from this, if you are wearing armour under a shield, needle bodkin and short bodkin are definitely a problem. So after my not prize-winning shooting, I've got 2 more M2s and I'm going to go for the pork joint again. So all of the others managed to land into the maille and pork area. The M2 missed completely, so I'm going to go. Might have got it, but I'm going to try again. That got it. Let's go have a look what we got. Back at the range, these 2 are M2s, and one of those is an M2, which is definitely into the pork maille. So I'm just going to have a look now. So, interestingly, hopefully you can see that. There, we have got the Type 9 from the last round, which is maybe 30 millimeters into the chap's arm. And next to it, hopefully you can just make out inside of it, between the maille and the Type 9, is the M2 just poking its nose out. I'm guessing that that is going to be much like the Type 16 in this instance, that it did the guy injury. Certainly he's going to be getting bruising and impact damage from it. Possibly, depending where it lands, maybe a broken arm or something similar. Probably not. I think he would get a shallow but not very significant stab wound and one hell of a bruise. That's what I expect to happen. Would I want that to be me? No way. But anyway, let's go and sum up that little bundle of nastiness. Back at base to have a look what we got. So if we ask that question again, will you be safe behind your shield from an English longbowman? No, you won't. I mean, that there, short bodkin, Type 9, is what, 22 centimetres, 9 inches sticking out the back, something like that. A couple of M2s here, you can see what they're doing. But more importantly, you can see that the needle bodkin, Type 7, and the Type 9 both go through the shield, the arm pad, the maille, and significantly deeply into the pork joint. Summing up, looking at exactly the different arrowheads. Needle bodkin, Type 7, that did pretty much what I expected, penetrated shield and maille. I think that's probably what it's built for. Type 9, the short bodkin, that did really well. The M2 didn't do as well as I was expecting, actually. I mean, quite clearly it's poking out the back here, and that's, you know, potentially going to ruin your day. But the maille stopped it. The Type 16, again, I was not really expecting it to go through maille. I don't think that's what it's for. But again, yes, the maille stopped it. But to be fair, it had just gone through 15 mil of poplar before that. And 5 mil of padding on the arm pad, a few layers of canvas in there. So, you know, it didn't fare badly. But there you go. Ask the question, are you safe behind your shield? No, you are not. I've taken the maille and the pork off the back of this shield now. And just have a look at that. If for whatever reason you're not wearing armour, your day has been thoroughly upset by all of this. But the other thing to notice is that the shield itself is in really very good condition. It's had 7 arrow strikes on it, 1/2 inch, 12 mil arrows. You know, these are big tree trunk arrows. And the shield is still in one piece. So the planked construction really has held. And the canvas and the gesso on the front, that holds everything together as well. It's really important. Just the planks on their own, it would be a much weaker shield. But it's held up well. But don't forget, don't look at this and go, oh, well, the shield should be stronger. Well, you have to be able to carry this. So you can't have 1 and 1.5 inches of oak. It's just going to be dead weight. You've got to be able to use it. And don't forget, it's not Hollywood here. You're not taking dead blows like this from a sword or an axe, something like that. You're cleverer than that. You're stepping aside, you're deflecting. You don't need this to be able to stop everything, because then you wouldn't be able to hold it and you wouldn't be able to use it. Preview of the next episode, gambesons. Straight like this one, hardened in wine and salt like you told me I should do. Let's try both, with and without maille. Let's see what happens. And if you like the t-shirts, check out the merch shelf below the videos. And don't forget to subscribe. There's going to be a lot running in these ones. We've still got a long way to go. Thanks, guys.